What's up? What's up? Another episode of Booze and Reviews in our next installment of Shocktober. We have another terrifying, terrific tale of terror, right?
Okay. All them T's in there.
So we having fun. This is the month of October, which is Shocktober for Booze and Reviews. This is your boy T. Roy.
Abdo.
And your boy Critique.
Watch your mouth.
And it's your boy Mugu. And with another episode. And our next installment in the movie is Evil Dead 2. And we're going to let our boy T. Roy go with us and start it off.
All right. So, yeah, this is the sequel to the original Evil Dead. A lot of people will see this as sort of it's part reboot and it's part sequel. The original Evil Dead came out a few years before. Sam Raimi directed this whole setup right here. So big shout out to him, Michigan legend. Him got to star the movie Bruce Campbell. But the original movie did not had 3 additional characters. He didn't have rights to the movie. So this one he only has 2 main characters, which would be him and his girlfriend. It's starring Bruce Campbell. He's the main protagonist, Ash Williams. And it starts off with him and his girlfriend, Linda. They are driving to a cabin in the woods, just unspecific location. Sitting there having a good time. Everything is fair and well. And all of a sudden, he finds a tape recorder. Looking at the tape recorder, hits the play button.
You gotta hear it. I gotta hear it.
Yeah. There's a professor, I think his name, Professor Noby. He's reading an incantation from the Book of the Dead, the Necronomicon. The book is also there present at the house too. Yes. It looked like a book that you should not open or read from. It's inked in blood. Got these Sumerian incantations in it. You know, just definitely should not mess with the book at all.
I'm asked, why do I keep finding these books?
Yes, the book is just.
And why is it I rent a cabin and this book is here again?
Yes, and that's why we say it's this is like a sequel reboot to the original. So they kind of deleted the other characters, 3 of the other characters that was in the first story, the first movie. But yeah, the professor, he starts reading the incantations, and immediately there's an entity that attacks Ash's girlfriend Linda, kills her, possesses her. She comes back as a demon, comes after Ash. Ash is forced to I think he decapitated her. He cut her head off with a shovel. End up having to bury her in a shallow grave in the woods. She comes back. I think she bit his hand and possessed his hand. He ends up getting a hold of a chainsaw. Now the chainsaw eventually, you know, anybody that knows the franchise, that becomes his sidearm pretty much. That's what he's known for, that chainsaw. He ends up having to mutilate the body, Linda's possessed body. So he's pretty much in this cabin by himself. And while he's there by himself, he discovers that his hand has become possessed. He goes into like a crazed state.
That's a hell of a jack-off.
Yeah, I think it was probably his good hand too. If that was my good hand, I would have ended it right there. Like,
that's a hell of a rough job.
Was talking.
Yeah, it was controlling him, navigating him through the house, making him slap himself.
Once again, that might be something that I probably wouldn't be afraid of. Because my first thing would be like, hell of a whack-off job.
A possessed hand, though?
Huh?
A possessed hand?
A possessed hand, like, do what you want with it.
No,
I mean, I'm there, man.
No, that hand was doing him dirty, dude.
Right, that's what okay, who don't like it dirty on the hand, Jack? Let me see
No,
what you
in
got.
a bad way.
I might keep you. We might learn to work together like Venom.
And that hand was doing all kind of shit. But yeah, so he ends up he locked it off at the wrist. He cut his hand off with the chainsaw. He went into a crazed state. Like I say, he's in there by himself, and all of a sudden, the Professor Nobi's daughter. Her name is Annie. Her and what was his name? I forgot the guy's name that came to the cabin with her. He's also a archaeologist, just like her and her father. They hitch a ride there with he's like a handyman. I think his name is Jake, and his girlfriend is Bobby Joe. They hitch a ride to the cabin, and they find like the chainsaw, the bloody chainsaw. She looking for her parents, and she assumes that Ash killed her parents. So they whoop Ash, they whoop him out, whoop his ass, knock him out conscious. They decide to throw him downstairs in the cellar. So he downstairs in the cellar. He telling them, don't throw me down there. He's trying to tell them, like, there's some shit going on out here. They throw him downstairs in the cellar. I think she has the other papers that go to the Necronomicon, to the book, the other the finishing parts of the book. They throw him down in the cellar. They play the recording. And Professor Nobi is, and this is one of my favorite parts of the movie, but he's saying on the recording, like, my wife Henrietta became possessed. I ended up having to kill her, and I buried her downstairs in the cellar. So as he's saying that, Ash is listening. He downstairs listening at the stairs, and as soon as he looks to his left or right, Henrietta's demonic form, bursts out the ground, and he screamed. I don't know if y'all remember the scream he had when he saw the demon jump up. Yeah. That's like one of my favorite scenes. Yeah. He lost it. Came from his ass. Yeah. Right through the door. So they decided whether they want to let him up or not. And once they let him up, they pretty much believe the shit is going down, because I think Annie's boyfriend, he becomes possessed. Ash becomes possessed. This shit going down out in the woods. Bobby Joe, she runs out there and becomes snatched away by some trees. So there's all kind of shit going on, and they have to, figure out what they're gonna do with this book. Do they read from it? How they gonna mutilate the demons? And that's pretty much the gist of the movie.
Man, it's a wild ride. I mean,
it's a wild ride.
The fact that you had to, cut your own hand off, and not with a knife. You had to get a chainsaw.
Mutilation.
Cut your own hand off. The hand runs around, and it's getting into all type of stuff. The things to me, I caught myself really laughing a lot. Like, I found myself laughing a lot in this movie. Yes. Because of all of these things happen because y'all want to listen to some tape. And as soon as you found out that this was, an incantation or whatever, now it's like, oh man, what you think gonna happen? There's gonna be a bunch of stuff that start popping off. Yeah. And so the wife pretty much, man, and that was tripping out how, the daughter's there. She see the person come out the floor, and they like, oh shit, what is that? Right. And then it quickly changes form back to her mom. It's like, baby. And
it's trying to lure her in.
Exactly. She like, mom, and this, that, and the other thing. That's not your mom. Yeah. That type of stuff. Had to lock the damn cellar door so the thing could get out. Yeah. It's funny to me though that a lot of this is a spiritual type, thing, and why this thing couldn't just like grab, come through the floor, phase through the floor, or something like that. I was expecting that to happen.
Yeah. Okay.
It's rules to this shit. Somewhat.
Yeah.
Yeah, was it a cross on the door and they couldn't push the door because they had a cross on it?
Yeah, was the door too thick?
I think it kind of went against the cross thing. Like, it was nothing religious that they had to adhere to.
But also, it took itself into a physical form. So
so if you pay attention to the big thing that he does with the cameras in these movies is like you show they had and it's zooming in, and that's the possession part of it. It's coming for you. So
so now that's a good part about it. I'm definitely entertained by the movie because it's a whole lot of stuff going on. Then you pull two civilian people into this, and this dude think he gonna control things with a shotgun. Like, I'm gonna kill you. Okay, you kill me. It don't matter. This is still running around. Yeah. Her boyfriend. Jeb or whatever.
Yeah. Jake. Yeah. He was
then they get caught up in this whole fiasco of this whole spiritual fiasco. because all these things are going on. Yeah, his name was Jake.
Yep. Okay.
And then it just from there, once they read that, everything going downhill from there.
Yeah.
My man winds up, surviving all of this.
Mm-hmm.
Explain the end of the movie. Like, I know that they went back in time.
Okay.
But explain that part.
So, I think it was somehow the way that they read the incantation at the end. She was trying to read it, and I guess a time warp opened up. It did take him back in time, back into the medieval ages, and that opens up for the third movie of the franchise, which is Army of Darkness.
Right. Okay.
So, like the first Evil Dead movie is supposed to be like straight horror. Like y'all saying before, the part 2, like Evil Dead 1 is scary as shit. Like this is very disturbing. And then 2, they wanted to put some slapstick, some Three Stooges, funny shit into it and mix it in with the scary shit. And then the third one is a pinch more slapstick and a little less horror.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much the franchise.
Because I feel like the effects were funny enough. I'm watching the effects and I'm like, really? Like hand, like
the hand, and they did the middle finger.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it looked like I don't know. I wonder who. You know what? I'm just gonna hurt you.
What?
Because it wasn't. Y'all was all serious. Because when the hand was running around, I was gonna say it remind me of the theme from the Adam.
Exactly.
And then
I think they probably was trying to do that.
You know what y'all like? Who would have gave the best hand job? But they both, I feel...
I don't want no kind of hand job from that.
The hand job in Evil Dead would have been better, I think, because that was kind of like a unisex one. In the Addams Family, it was definitely a dude. But
that literally was Ash's hand that he cut off. So
yeah, but the way it, like, well...
That motherfucker had claws, it looked decrepit.
Once it was severed, it became its own entity. So, you can't say it was Ash's hand. It was what it was.
That hand was
possessed.
Right.
And it looked like it was from the depths of hell. Like, it just looked like a hand. The nails was fucking...
No, some of the
it looked decrepit.
Came from
that's right.
See, that's that Detroit shit right there.
He thought it was
the craziest one. I don't know the craziest one. I'm just going to say they ate it.
That's that schoolcraft pussy right there.
The crazy ones they go crazy on that train, man. The Adams,
that Mac and B-Wing hand.
The Thing's hand was definitely a dude.
Yeah, I didn't I mean, like I said, I laughed more in this, but like you said, they were trying to add a comedian.
Yeah, they went for that. That's what it was.
But Bruce Campbell is, to me,
comedic.
Yeah, like I wouldn't even have thought of him in this type of a movie. I wouldn't have.
Well, that's him. His other movies, stuff he's done. Yeah, when they put the show on Stars, Ash vs. Evil Dead, they pick up on everything, the events from these movies. So it has that comedic element to it.
Somehow after the first Evil Dead, Bruce gathered a cult following.
He's a cult star. Like
he developed his following, and it came to be to where, like in this one, they decided to make it more comedic. In the first one, it was comedic, but it wasn't meant to be. It was just his acting that made
the first one. You think the first one?
Yeah, the way
I didn't laugh at nothing in the first one. Like it was disturbing.
I laughed a couple times. I ain't say I laughed all the way through, but it was just his facial expression. It was more of his expressions, and it was more. I would say facial expressions.
I can see that.
That garnered a comedic like atmosphere.
Okay.
Now, but the cult following, I believe, is straight horrific, and like the people that usually came out, or the population that you see after it became a cult following it was like young to like 25-year-old Caucasian dressed in all black, and you know what I'm saying. That was the age group and the ethnicity ethnicity of the people that was really most of the cult following. They didn't know how many black folks was digging Evil Dead too.
Right.
Yeah. So.
Right.
Yeah, that was funny for me. Okay. I think that's what made them for 2 and 3.
Okay.
Like make it more comedic. It was more than his facial expression, not exactly what he said and how the first plot went down.
Yeah.
I give it this one. I give it 3/4. I give it 3/4 of a cut because just like T. Roy said in the beginning, it was half sequel, half a reboot. I don't think I don't know what they would. Hold on a second. I don't think they should have touched anything about 1. But if this is what they wanted to do, I don't feel they did it all the way correctly. I don't know where else it would have went, but they did want to make it comedic. That's obvious. But I wouldn't have put it in the set of try to forget about Evil Dead 1 because that's what got us to the movies to see Evil Dead 2. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm watching Evil Dead 2 because I loved Evil Dead 1 so much. But it was the same. It was the same deal, and I liked everything about how it went down to reading of the incantations. Of course, there ain't no black folks in this movie because we don't do shit like this. But, we're just not that Ouija board curious about Book of the Dead type shit. We leave our ancestors alone.
I did that one time. I played the Ouija board one time in middle school.
Yeah, and then what happened?
I'm still here.
Right.
So I'm fine.
In high school?
No, it's like middle school. I played it one time.
High school you went to. So
yeah, right.
Yeah, so I give it 3/4 of a cup.
Okay.
Nothing bad. I like the plot. The acting was cool for possessions and stuff. It's just I have no answer. It's just if they wanted to do part 2 with a reboot, and if part 2 was a reboot and sequel, they tried it. I don't know what else they could have did, but that probably was the only takeaway from it for me.
So the only thing, at the end of the first movie, it ends with the entity kind of pushing towards Ash, and the movie goes off. That's how the end of the first one starts. Mm-hmm. When the second one starts off, the one that we're reviewing now, so he's not. No, it's the part I say it picks up. Mm-hmm. So y'all remember when in the part of this movie after he killed Linda, he's in the woods by himself, and the entity pushes to him, and it runs him all the way through the forest. Right. And he falls in a pond of water. Mm-hmm. That's supposed to pick up from the beginning of the end of the first movie. Right. Yeah. That's how he tried to connect it because, like I say, he didn't have rights to the first movie, and he wanted to do a sequel, reboot type thing. That's how he connected it,
and that's why I still gave it 3/4 of a cup because it was a hell of a shot. I understood it, but it's only so much he could do when he don't have the rights to He probably had to rewrite some shit. When you approach a movie studio with hey dog, I got Evil Dead 2 right here, and they say shit dog, we ain't got enough money or. You know what I'm saying? We ain't got the rights to the first one, so it's it's only so much he could
so much can do.
He tried. That's why I say he tried his best, and I think this might have been the only way that you could understand if you were an Evil Dead fan. That I see it. It could have went a little bit better, but the average fan don't go as deep as we go to where he didn't have a. You know what I'm saying? He really, really couldn't connect it probably the way he wanted to. Yeah. So he probably had to rewrite that whole part. Damn, y'all niggas ain't gonna finish. The fuck, you know what I'm saying? Now I gotta rewrite.
And he got a co-sign from Stephen King. Stephen King, took it to a movie company for them to co-sign this for him to get a bigger budget.
And they still did.
Well, he got a bigger budget versus the first movie,
right?
Which they really did guerrilla style. They just went somewhere and filmed it in the woods and did their own stunts. Bruce Campbell does his own stunts. Yeah, big shout out to him because you could see the physical shit that he did in this.
Floor,
all in that muddy water, cutting himself, fucking himself up.
I didn't know Stephen King
he co-signed it.
I wonder why they didn't. I wonder why that he couldn't. Why he couldn't get the right.
He got a bigger budget for this one versus the first movie.
Yeah, but it don't matter. You ain't got the right. You trying to make a sequel, and I see.
And then Army of Darkness too.
Sequel / reboot.
So so they saying 3.5 million.
Yeah. Yeah, 3.5 budget, and then it got 5.9 in the box office.
The sequel is the Army of Darkness.
Yeah, that's the third one, and that one got a bigger budget than the first two movies. And you could tell they put more toward the special effects with the Army of Darkness.
Yeah, I think that's where I would put my. That's where I put my Red Cup review in.
Yeah.
I'm teetering between the 3/4 and a half, only because
makes sense.
Some of the stuff, like I said, a lot of the stuff made me laugh. Like if I was more cringy or like, wow, whoa, if I was doing more of that, I would probably go more 3/4.
Okay.
But I'm gonna stick with the half.
Okay.
I felt like he said, he alluded to his faces, man.
Come on, Bruce Campbell.
I always remember him of being like what do you call it? A straight face comedy guy. Like the jokes are made, but he doesn't really like laugh at the end. He just makes the joke and and then
and he played it up a little bit in this one. Like he went for the comedic shit in this one.
Yeah.
The first one, I think, like Critique said, he was inadvertently funny. Like he was trying to.
That's how he was.
Yeah. Then you, like I said, you bring up like the other two people. They could have left them out. Like,
well, they was there just to get killed.
Exactly.
They was there to die.
Yeah, and I think that they was there to be dead fodder.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like maybe they should have had somebody like when they popped out of the damn thing. Maybe they should have somebody bite somebody's leg off.
Okay.
Then I'd be like, damn. That would have gave me that shock value. You know what I'm saying?
They had a bigger budget than what the cast was on. What 4, 5, 6 people.
Probably close to 6.
Yeah,
4 or 5.
Yeah, about 4 or 5 people in the whole cast.
Yeah. And he's Bruce Campbell's he's the star. Yeah.
He got the beach check.
Yeah, he's the top guy.
But at that point, when the budget was so small and this is like a cult movie, he probably didn't make much off of this shit. Like he probably didn't make no money until Army of Darkness came out.
Because it was 3.5.
3.5 budget, 5.9 box office.
500,000. They would get him 5.
If that, like that might be a push, because him and Sam Raimi, they grew up together in Royal Oak and shit. So like, they homies. He probably like lowballed him, like, bro, I got you on the back end, like, you my man. Do this for the love, like, hey, when I do Spider-Man, I got you. Because Sam Raimi went on to do Spider-Man movies and. He did the last Doctor Strange, the multiverse Doctor Strange. Wow. Yeah. So Sam Raimi went on to do greater things.
Yeah. It'd be a trip if he really did.
Bruce Campbell was like, nigga, I know you got it now. Like, look out for your hands.
You still got that money.
Yeah.
You hear from that robber.
Right. The fuck you mean?
Because he wound up getting into some Marvel movies too, though, right?
Yeah, he makes appearances in a lot of all the Sam Raimi movies. Yeah. All the Spider-Mans, he make an appearance.
That's what.
So he was a Spider-Man. Like, I just give you a couple.
I got you, bro, on the back end, nigga. I'm about to do Spider-Man.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Them Marvel movies, just to make a cameo, you probably clearing $150.
Yeah.
Just to be there for 30 minutes, say 2 lines, pick up your check at the door.
Keep you busy.
$150. Yeah. So that's your man's.
Yeah. So that's where I would put it. Where you at?
Oh, I'm totally biased with this because they from Michigan and we drink the same water. Like they from Royal Oak. They ain't from Detroit, but it's close enough. Royal Oak, Birmingham, wherever they from. Went to Michigan State and all that. I respect what he did and what he ended up becoming as far as a director. He went on to make some dope movies.
Yeah.
Definitely a cool movie. It's very fun. Nothing boring about it. I like he had a lot of Easter eggs between the first and second movie, and there's a connection with these two movies and Nightmare on Elm Street. If y'all remember, in the first Nightmare on Elm Street, Nancy, when she was trying to stay awake, she was watching the first Evil Dead movie.
Okay.
Nancy was watching it in her bedroom. That was on her TV. It was a close up of Ash Well, Bruce Campbell, yeah.
Show was.
So what Sam Raimi did to return the favor in Evil Dead Part 2, there's a scene, I think there's a Freddy glove sitting on the stairs.
What? Yeah, now I'm gonna go back and look at it.
That was him returning the favor, like, hey, I see you.
Gotta go back and look.
Yeah, there's a Freddy glove, and I think it might be the authentic glove. It might be the real glove. What? Freddy's glove is sitting on the staircase, I think.
Just out of the blue, just out of the nothing.
Yeah,
for nothing, didn't he?
That was them returning the favor. Like, okay, y'all noticed us, we noticed y'all.
I didn't see Freddy's glove, but it would have been dope if the hand would have put on Freddy's glove.
Hell would have broke loose.
Yeah, for a little, maybe for a little cameo, right quick. Slice a bitch finger off right quick.
Hey,
right.
Okay.
Wow. So now you get the inner dopeness.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
They kind of blended the universes almost, like
Okay.
So I full cupped this movie. It was fun, and I enjoyed it. It's not got this little scares where they try and catch you off guard. You know what I'm saying? Shit jump off. They're big with the jump scares. Yeah. Definitely as a franchise, this is very respected for me. Evil Dead altogether. First movie, the second movie, Army of Darkness. The ones they came out with lately, the Evil Dead Rise.
Yeah.
Okay, so now this is where they're getting into more of
They went back to the scary shit with the Evil Dead Rise.
Okay.
Did we see that one, or we was just talking about that one?
We talked about it. We talked about it.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw it.
That came out too.
It just came out last year.
Like 2 years ago.
Yeah. There's another one. There's a Evil Dead that came out in 2013. It's kind of a remake reboot of these, but then the Evil Dead Rise is like a whole different story. Yeah, it was good. Yeah,
I keep thinking that we did it, but me and Troy
we talked a lot about it.
So the whole idea is really, that whole franchise where they just the Necronomicon is kind of like bouncing around, get lost, found again.
Yep.
That shit get laid. That
shit got laid. I just found out that the Necronomicon is in a Jason movie. Is in a Friday the 13th movie.
Just sitting somewhere.
Yes.
Quit.
These reviews that I watched. What was it? Jason Goes to Hell. I think they say the Necronomicon is in that.
Wow.
Yeah.
That would be the one that would be in.
Yeah.
The Book of Hell.
Either that or the actual one of the daggers. I think it was it might be the dagger or the book is in the Jason movie.
Okay.
Dude, I see so many movies. I think I saw it in one.
See?
I want to say I did, but it didn't connect until you just said it. Get out of here.
That shit blew my mind. I was about to pull over on the freeway like, oh!
Yeah, oh my God. There you go.
But
that's the stuff that, that behind the scenes type stuff.
Yeah.
That you wouldn't even know.
Yeah.
Like I'm not now I'm gonna turn on Evil Dead 2 just to look for them stairs now. So I was like, man, what's the glove right?
Yeah, they said it was on the stairs. I always miss it. I gotta watch it again, but Freddy's glove makes an appearance in this movie.
Wow.
Yeah.
Damn. I'm going back and seeing it.
That's the Easter egg.
Man, and all these movies kind of got all these little nuggets of little stuff that you got to look back and look. Mm-hmm. And then with horror movies, you can throw them in there, and people they're never going to really remember to see them because of all of the other stuff going on.
Yeah.
So, man, it's another installment of Shocktober. Shocktober is our cadre of movies. They are terribly terrific tales of terror that are made to tickle
all them teens.
Moving in y'all ass with the wordplay today.
Tales, titties. Oh God, tantric.
But the whole idea is, Shocktober. These two guys are definitely hardcore horror fans. I enjoy horror movies, but I look for the funny stuff in them. Yeah, but there are some good ones as well. So, some that are well written and put together well.
So let me ask you a question for you. Go ahead. Chop it down. Give me y'all two funniest parts in this movie. Like you said, you was big on the comedy in this movie. And
the hand. First, when the hand first gets possessed, and he started looking at it and it's talking to him, and his face. That's what.
Okay. Yeah. And what you got, critique?
That would be my first one too. I ain't even gonna hold you. That would be my first one. The second one would be when the motherfucker was just running through the house. Like coming from he had to do it himself. The hand should have its own name. Let's call him Walter.
And a spinoff.
Walter.
And a spinoff. Let's start with a mini series first. I'm calling him Walter. Walter. That hand looks like a Walter, but definitely when he cut it off the first time, and probably I would just say the whole everything the hand did until it was totally disposed of. If I had to go outside the hand, I was probably all the time.
They introduced Belch to Bobby Joe and Jake.
Okay. When they first popped up,
they are comedy relief in themselves.
Yeah, you knew they weren't gonna make it to the end of the movie.
Y'all already can't really talk, don't really know what's going on, and then you trying to control spirits with a damn gun.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would say the rant Ash went on when they threw him right before they threw him in the basement. All I heard was y'all motherfuckers really tripping. There's shit going on down here. You know what I'm saying? And y'all want to lock me up I know I tripped out. Nigga, I was possessed. But I'm straight right now. Right. You know what I'm saying? I don't do that shit no more. Baby, I didn't kick that goddamn narcotic.
She shot at him. I think she shot at him. Yeah. She threw an axe at him.
Yeah, it was I'm cool, baby. I don't get on that narcotic.
Right.
And it's done. All of that, I just heard, I saw Ash just okay, I done been through this shit once already. Man. So, that whole part. And then the way he screamed when homegirl wife came out.
Dog, I lose it every time off that scene. Because he screamed bitch, y'all gotta let me out.
Right.
It's just something down here.
And he even had to go down there again. That was all in itself. He had to go.
The way they directed that scene with him listening to the recording, he listened the whole time. And it was I buried her in the cellar, and he looked oh shit, she's down here. She's right next to me. And she come to me
Yeah, he probably was the blackest person in that movie.
Yeah. He had more logic, common sense and stuff. If he wouldn't have been, if he couldn't have been there, he wouldn't want to be there.
No, hell no. Who?
I think my second scene was when I think Henrietta, she turned into something else, and she was trying to get up out the cellar door. And they had the door on her head, and they stepped on it real hard, and the eyeball popped off and hit homegirl in the mouth. I don't know why that was hilarious to me. It was just stupid.
And she was still in her Evil Dead demon.
Yeah. The eyeball flew across the screen.
Out of all places, hit her right.
And there you go. That's that comedy.
They went for the straight Three Stooges.
Oh my god.
And she melted down right after that.
Yeah, she left the house. That's how she ended up dying too.
You gonna run away from the house. They already done said stuff.
All these damn woods and forests, all that forest out there, you go by yourself. Okay, you about to get it. Go ahead. Oh my god. But there you go.
Yeah, that was it for me.
Man. But these like I said, all these movies, man, is their attempt to, give you that scare tactic that you don't know what's gonna happen. And in this movie, this is like I say, it's a ride, man. You don't know really what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Especially after he cut his hand off, you don't know what's happening from there. It's wide open. So.
Yeah.
Man, but that's another installment of Booze and Reviews Shocktober. If you are down with horror movies, this is the time. And we got other horror movies mixed in. If you can check our YouTube channel, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Yep. You'll see a lot of other horror movies that we've reviewed as well. But Shocktober is that time. And that's what we're here to do. It's your boy T-Roy. Your man's Petite.
Watch your mouth.
And your boy Mugu. It's Booze and Reviews. And we'll see you next time.
Peace.